What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the first, back again for another video. You already know we do that Fire Force every week, bro. Every week we do that shit, man. When the translations drop, you already know I'm here for it. Y'all here for it. And, you know, we talk in the comments about it every week. Last chapter, the end of the chapter had me like, damn, like, is Shinra going to sacrifice himself? Because the way he said, yeah, I know, to Shinigami-sama, I believe that's what happened. Hold on, let me backtrack real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what he said to Shinigami-sama, Lord Death, you know, from Soul Eater. He told him, like, you know, as if he's prepared to, like, sacrifice himself or something. Like, just his demeanor and the way he said it made me think that he's going to sacrifice himself for, like, I don't know, to sustain life on this planet or something like that. So, I don't know, man. But, it's either that or maybe he's going to, like, stop the, you know, the spontaneous human combustions or something of that nature. Maybe even just our abilities in general, our pyrokinetic abilities. Maybe it might be that. Who knows? But with this chapter, I'm interested to see what's going to happen, man. And after this, we're going to have two more to see how we wrap all this shit up. But let's get into it. Chapter 302, Divine Judgment. That's what it's called. Look at that boy, Death Sama right there. And you can see the sun. I forgot to say that, the sun. The smiley face son from Soul Eater, the creepy laughing son. Damn, this shit is crazy though. Just as everything was seemingly resolved, a supernatural being appears. But what is it? That's so crazy, man. It's time for you to die. Looks like that's exactly what I was saying. It looks like he gotta die in order to sustain this new world orderly thing, I guess. Damn, that's crazy though. But I've just managed to come back to life. What the heck? Stay back. Or is he saying like to every... Wait, I don't get it. Because why would Inca think like, oh, like if he was talking to her too? Interesting. Whoa, brother, what's going on? It's the arrival of a being that this world needs. That thing? That's interesting to think about that. That like, Shinra, essentially, he was God himself and he created God for humanity. That's crazy to think about. That's a concept that like, we often don't think. It's like usually you think there's a God, right? And then the God creates people, creates man, or creates other species and other kinds of people, right? But in this story, it's more like humans themselves create God, you know, with their emotions and all this shit that's been happening in the world. And that all, you know, basically comes together and culminates into like this deity, you know, and that's what Shinra and Haumea essentially were, especially Shinra. And then now he's the one that's creating God, which is just a crazy like cycle that that Okubo went with for Soul Eater. And I really like it because I say this every single chapter. It's like he always flips a certain like trope or just change things in ways that like you would never even have thought of or predicted. And I love that. I love unpredictable storytelling, but not too unpredictable where it's like wacky and just like cringe or stupid or like out of there, but it's actually like true to his narrative and it just makes sense in the end. So I always love that. It's God. That horrifying looking thing, isn't the idea of people making up and worshiping a God they can't even see sort of crazy? So I manifested an absolute being, a God to rule death. Interesting. Because their whole thing was about seeing, like, you know, worshiping like either the sun or the evangelist and all this stuff, just like in us in real life, like us trying to worship whatever we believe in, whether we believe in some kind of God, a deity or whatever, you know, just anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in Christianity, you got God, Jesus, and, you know, you got the Buddha, you know, all these different gods, sun gods, and all these, you know, moon gods and all this stuff. So it's like Shinra created an absolute God that pretty much only has to have any kind of order like on death specifically. Interesting. I don't know, I said it kind of weird, but I think y'all know what I'm saying. Basically, I'm just reiterating what it said here. A God too? It's a skull, huh? My lord, we're all ready. A fine attitude. Now die. Seriously? I don't need it anymore. Whoa. Is he giving up like his... Are they all giving up their souls? You all possess a power far too great for mankind. It'll be confiscating it. I mean, I'll be confiscating it. Huh. So he took all the pillars' souls? Well, the pillars and like Shinra and his mom. Well, I mean, Shinra and Sho obviously are pillars, and then the mom too. Our powers, and you took 7 of them, but there are only 5 pillars here. I've already claimed them from those missing. Oh, Nataku and yeah, Nataku. Or well, yeah, he's one of them, and then I guess Sumire and I guess did he get Sumire's and Amaterasu's? I would have liked to take all 8. Oh, all 8. However, it seems the last one is somewhere outside of this world. Benny. It's like something was pulled out of me. What is it? Wait, who? Which one? Oh, he's talking about Amaterasu. She was, wait, no, I'm kind of confused because Sumire died as well as Amaterasu, right? So who's the 8th one that he's referring to? Am I tripping? Hold on, let me continue. Ow, what was that for, Afflictor for? Inca, how's your precognition doing? I can't see anything. I can't hear anyone's thoughts either. My pyrokinesis is gone too. Oh, yeah, so they traded their, yeah. That was the second thing I said. They might end up trading their pyrokinetic abilities or something. It's not just you guys. It's not just you guys. My power is gone. So then that means spontaneous human combustion has disappeared from the world. Yeah. Well then, I think I'll be disappearing from this world. Thank you for everything. I'm still kind of confused. Which pillar was he talking about? That he said he didn't get theirs, right? It seems the last one is somewhere outside of this world. I would have liked to take all 8, however. Hold on, let me bring up a picture or a panel. Fire for some pillars. Cause I'm trying to see something. I think I get what he's saying. I think he is talking about Amaterasu. And the reason why I say that, obviously, because she did die. I don't know what I'm assuming he had got Sumire's as well, though. So, I don't know. But I think he's talking about Amaterasu. And the thing is, Amaterasu is the one that represents madness. And remember, madness is specifically, like the Kishin and Soul Eater, right? I believe that was his whole thing, was madness. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So madness was the only thing that was left out of the world, or the only one that, I mean, existed, but like, you know what I mean. It wasn't here at this time where he eradicated the rest. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, I think I got that right. I hope so. I'm not entirely too sure, but I hope so. But let me continue real quick. Well then, I think I'll be disappearing from this world. Thank you guys for everything. Disappearing, but where to? Somewhere God belongs, I suppose. I'll make a place like that, and then I'll go there. If you need me, just give me a call. Wait, is that really a number? He really put a number there? What the fuck? Shin Koroshi. Death's phone number, and Soul Eater, and a pun on Death and Kill. Wow. So Death went to his place he called home, or whatever, the area that he lived in, obviously. Wow, this is really cool. So long. What? This is really cool. I really like this. That's so interesting. I said it earlier, but it's so interesting that Shinra, a human being, right? And all these people are humans. They essentially created this deity to I'm not really into like a lot of religion like background. Like I don't know too much about certain religions, or even like, different lores and like folk tales and, mythologies, all this different stuff, right? But like, that's just that concept of having human beings, right, essentially create a god. That's crazy to me. It's just very interesting, man. I really like that. That kind of makes me interested. I know we probably won't ever get this, but this kind of makes me want to see what happened before, when the evangelist first came into this realm. Like, what if she actually came, or they came from a different world, which they said that the evangelist did. What if maybe in another world they were created in a different manner? Or maybe that was just their assumption early on in the series, that she came from somewhere else, but in actuality, the humans created her, because that's what we kind of been seeing in the finale and all that, between Haumea and Shinra, how like different pillars and just the people with the collective unconscious, like, pretty much create this despair and all this stuff and hope. That's interesting, though. It was certainly, as you said, brother, a supreme god, though he seems quite casual. More fun that way, right? Wow. You don't have a problem with it, do you? That's actually really fucking cool, bro. That's clean as shit. Having a god that's like a supreme god that acts casual, that acts like this, like your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really cool. And when you meant by closer and intimate, that's literally what Lord Death is, and it makes sense, man. I like that a lot. Not a problem. No, you both work so hard. I'm proud of you. That form, not very motherly looking, is it? But the world is different now. We get hung up on appearances. Are you Shinra-kun's mother? Yes, I certainly am. I'm Inka and this is Iris. We're Shinra-kun's girlfriends. Huh? Inka? What are you talking about? Shinra, both of them? No, it's not like that, Mom. I'm not like that with either of them. Really? They both seem like lovely girls. It's okay, Mrs. Kusakabe. Shinra-kun's the hero who saved the world. He deserves 2 girlfriends, 3, even if I don't care if I'm not first. Shinra-san, do you feel that way too? That boy grinned. You're smiling. No, Mom, this is, yep, my face is definitely freezing up. Well, anyways, everything's all settled now, so no reason to stay here. Time to go find the 8th. Wow. That sounds good. The 8th? I made a promise, didn't I? There were a lot of people I wanted to introduce you to. This is a new world, one that's found hope. Look at the fucking, the moon. What? They got some crazy creatures here. Is that like some kind of dragon? You see like this big bunny and wow, the Loch Ness monster or something like that, or like a dinosaur. I used Vulcan and Lich San's smarts to build this world. There's probably going to be all sorts of differences from the old one. And it's all thanks to you protecting it. A place that I could come back to. I got back first. Now it's your turn to come home, my friend. It's Arthur. Is Arthur gonna come back too? That is true. Arthur actually, he protected the world. He really did. He really did. Like when the cataclysm first started to erupt and shit, he did protect. Wow, man, this is so great, bro. Special Fire Force Company 8, Second Class Fire Soldier Shinra Kusakabe, returning from the fire scene. I have extinguished the flames consuming the world, and the human race is now safe from combustion. Wow, look at that panel of all of them just celebrating. Wow. And Show and Arrow and all of them. Man. I'm not sure when it was that my face stopped tensing up and I started to smile like normal again. Damn, that kind of hit me, man. Actually, I do know. It was the moment that the boy who was called the devil found hope. The day I joined the 8th. Just 2 more chapters till the end, man. Next chapter is called Epilogue Part 1. A world without spontaneous human combustion. Wow. That shit was great, bro. That was, man, that had me, man. Right there, the last 2 pages right there, that Shinra, he finally starts to smile normally again. Because remember, it was a very traumatic smile. It was basically a defense mechanism against like uncomfortable situations and when people are calling him devil and all this stuff. It's crazy how we went from that, you know, him being just an outcast because of people believing that he killed his family, all the way to him, you know, reuniting with his brother and his mother and getting his mother to reunite with Show as well. And, you know, just saving the world, like all this stuff. He completed so many goals that it just works. And for this series, man, the way that this arc concluded, I must say, like, on the surface level, if for somebody that doesn't read Fire Force, they will probably see a lot of, like, panels and stuff out of context, and they'll probably believe that, like, oh, he's brought everybody back, and, you know, this and that. But it's like, it all makes sense if you read the series. He became God. He did what he did. This is a great ending. This is probably one of the best endings I've read. In terms of, like, complexities and, like, on a writing aspect, I would say, of course, it's not as complex as other series, you know, certain series and stuff. But I always like that it stays true to the whole idea of God and the concept of God and religions and like propaganda and all this kind of stuff. It's stuck with that throughout the whole series, and I love that a lot. And Shinra became somebody that had, you know, the leeway and, you know, the judgment to eat, you know, to end up creating a new world and using people like you just said, you use Vulcans and Licks smarts to create this new world, you know, with the animals, infrastructure, and all this different stuff, right? And he used everybody's like personalities and emotions to create a new world. And I love that a lot because it's just different. It's just completely different. I've never seen something like this. It's like, it's very wholesome, but it's not like out of nowhere, you know? It's like something that everybody in this series wanted. In the end, they wanted certain, well, in terms of like the people that weren't the evangelists, everybody wanted to live in a world where they wouldn't have to worry about, you know, randomly combusting and stuff, and turning into flame, turning into an inferno and all that. So I really like that. And every character, I feel like there's not a character that I feel like in the end they lacked, like they didn't complete a certain character arc or anything like that. I think everybody had a good chance to shine throughout the whole series, and they all just did exactly what they needed to do until the very end, man. And I like that a lot. I really do. But man, this shit is dope, man. This is dope. Wow. That's why it's in my top 10. I used to say top 5, but I gotta think about everything that I've ever read and watched and completed and all that. But it's definitely in my top 10 for sure. Fire Force is definitely in my top 10. It's probably get like I'm gonna give it like an 8.8. I give Fire Force like an 8.8, 8.7, 8.8. But man, this shit was dope. Let me know what you guys thinking down below. I could go on and on and on about this. Let me know how you guys felt about this chapter. If you felt the same way as me or you didn't feel the same way, just let me know why you felt a certain way or whatever. What do you expect for like the next 2 chapters? I assume the next one is literally just seeing them living normal lives and stuff. And the last one could be the end to that, or it might end up being something from Soul Eater, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man. Dope shit. But let me know what you guys think down below. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video. And peace.